So hey everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is V. For today's video I am going to be doing the 10 things that I love and hate about Oxford. We're going to start with the things I love because we want to start on a positive note before we get into the nitty-gritty of all the things that I hate. So 5 things that I love and 5 things that I hate, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. While we're doing this I am going to be doing my hair. I've already put this in my hair a little bit, not a lot because it still looks a little dry, but I've put a little bit of this in my hair already. I think I'll put it in as I'm like braiding it. Actually, that's a good idea. So I've already put a little bit, but I'm going to put more. This is the olive oil moisturizing lotion from ORS, and I love this. I live by it, and right now I've run out of shampoo and conditioner. So while I'm waiting to get that on Monday, because today is Friday, I am just going to braid my hair and let it just be dirty for the weekend while I wait to get shampoo and conditioner. So in the meantime, so that I don't break it or damage it, I'm going to put this in my hair and just yeah, just lay it down. But a lot of you always asking, why do I wear wigs? What's underneath the wigs? Do I have any hair of my own? And I do have a little bit. I cut it all off because it was just a bit dead, and like it was just, I really messed it up, so I cut it off, and it's been growing for a few months, you could say. Let's just say for 4 months, 5 months. It's very slow, but yeah, it's just been growing out, so I just keep it in wigs because it's like protective styling and a lot easier to handle. Yeah, so let's just begin. If you're new, welcome to the family. My name is V, and I am now in my final year at the University of Oxford. I graduate in literally 4 months, so I thought it would just make sense to do a little review of the year so far. Well, of the 3 years I've been here. 4 years? I've been here for 4. I've been here for 4 years, since 2016. So I just thought, so far, what do I love and hate? And let's have a chat. So let's get into the video. And if you're new, make sure you press subscribe. And yeah, I love you guys so much. So what I have to do is try and like get a line going, because there is a lot going on here. So I have to break it apart. I'm gonna look so crazy in this video. We've got a little parting going on. Okay, so let's begin. The first thing that I love about Oxford is the reading lists. So we get given a reading list every single week for our essays that we have to do. And what I love, even though those reading lists are long and horrible, and I really do hate like the length of them, I love the fact that I can, oh my god, look at, see? This really helps. It's just gone so cute and shiny. Yeah, the reading lists, I like them because the people on them are the people that teach you, which I find mind-blowing. Like, the person who is on this reading list that is like a global reading list for people who do my subject, I guess, kind of thing, and the people on that list teach me. Like, I can't even lie in the books or my essays because the person's theory that I am criticizing or looking at literally is the person teaching me, and I just find that so sick. Like Mary Beard, for example, who I love her. She's so wonderful. Sometimes, you know, but she's wonderful. But I had her on my reading list before, and I just emailed her and was like, hey, I can't find your book in the library. Would you mind sending me like PDF scans of it? And she was like, yeah, sure. And she just sent it to me. And it's like, you're on the reading list. You're one of the people that created this theory that I'm arguing, and you've just sent me your work. And she was like, make sure you really like tear me apart in there. I'm like, oh my gosh. I think it's really, really cool how the people on them are the people that teach me. The second thing is you're allowed to explore your passions, and I think that's just so sick in terms of you come here to do your degree, brilliant, but alongside your degree you get to like take another degree, I guess, because being on a society or being the president of like the law society, you don't have to study law. You literally do not. As long as you care and have a passion for it, you can do it. So for example, the United Nations Society, the International Relations Society, the Spanish Society, journalists. You could be a medicine student studying medicine, but you're like the president of like the journalist newspaper or whatever it is. That's what I love about this place. Like, you're allowed to be a multifaceted human being, and people get it. They get that you can have your discipline, your profession, but a passion that you're actually full-time about. But every university has this, but like Oxford takes it serious. Like, so many of my friends are like, you're in a society, isn't that like, do you get laughed at? And I was like, no, like, this is, we take those things serious. Like, we put 9 to 5 energy into that. We probably put more energy into positions we have in societies than we do our own degrees, and that's not a joke. The next thing that I love is the buildings, which I know can also be problematic because some of those buildings, or most of those buildings, were built off the backs of absolutely atrocious events. So I hate them for that reason, but actually looking at them and like maybe not knowing the history of it, which obviously I do, so maybe I should just say I hate it full stop, but I do like looking at them, so that's really bad. But yeah, they are quite pretty in terms of like, it makes being here a little easier sometimes because you are surrounded by absolutely gorgeous buildings and spaces, and they really invest a lot of money into student spaces. Like, if you complain about something and we feel like we need, I don't know, more study space, or we need more space to hang out or space to debate and stuff, our university is quite good for creating those spaces and putting a lot of money behind it to make sure that we're comfortable, happy and stuff like that. And also things like the libraries, they're sick, especially the fact that we have over 100 libraries in Oxford. Sometimes like my friends do library tours where you literally hop from library to library to kind of not get bored of studying, and I think that's really, really cool. Yeah, so it's really, really beautiful here. The next thing is, I love the tutorial system. I love the fact that I get to go into my like classes, most of them, and I'm taught one-on-one, and I don't know, there's just something about it. It's so cool how I get to write an essay, and then every single week, at least twice a week or once a week, I have like my own one-to-one teaching, whereas here it's kind of like, it's just standard. What's next? The dinners! I love the dinners, the Harry Pottery things, the balls, the parties. Like, I do love the Oxfordy stuff, and I know that a lot of people hate it, but I'm kind of glad I got to experience it because it's a new culture and I'd never known it. And since experiencing that kind of stuff here, anytime I go to like the House of Commons or to this fancy stuff in London, I feel like Oxford is like kind of like allowed me to have a taste of it, and now I kind of know how to navigate those spaces. And yeah, it's good and bad. It's good and bad, like 100%. That stuff is, the balls, all the fancy stuff is good and bad, but I also do appreciate the cultural exposure it's given me, but equally I understand how it's also detrimental in a sense. Now we're stepping into the things that we hate. So the first one that I hate, which is number 6 on our list of 10 things, is, what does that say? I can't read my writing sometimes. Oh, the workload. I hate it. Like, I just don't understand what the purpose is of giving students that much work. That's obviously we get it done and it's doable, but it's just not, it kind of sometimes takes the enjoyment out of it. Like, I think for the past 2 months I've kind of been falling out of love with my degree just because of how much work we've had to do. Like, there was a time when I would have 2 essays per week. Like, do you understand how much that takes out of a person to write 2,500 word essays, which means in total you're writing 5,000 a week and reading, well, you're supposed to read 10 books per essay roughly. No one does, but let's just say if we followed what the tutors actually said, you're basically saying 20 books plus 2 essays, and I just don't get what that's teaching me, apart from how to cram and how to like work under pressure, I guess. But I want to love my degree, you know. I don't want to feel like I'm just doing it to just pump out an essay. And I think a lot of the time I've been here, I've been falling out of love with my degree just because it feels like it's become a chore and not necessarily me learning to learn. So yeah, that kind of ruined things for me. But also I get it, they They have their ways. They have... Sorry if I keep squinting. I have really bad eyesight and I can't see myself properly in the mirror. So I'm squinting a little bit. Yeah, so the next thing I hate is that people don't find it accessible. I hate that because it's true. It's not the most accessible place in the world, and I hate that about it because I've really and truly loved so much of my experience here, apart from that workload. But like in terms of my degree and things, I've actually loved it quite a lot, and it's a shame that a lot of people might never apply or get to experience that just because of how inaccessible and uninviting the university might actually be for people who come from backgrounds like mine. So I hate that about it because I feel like they could do a lot, then they have a lot of money to try and kind of change that, but I feel like sometimes controversial opinion, but I feel like sometimes they don't want to do anything about it. Well, they say they do. It's complicated, guys. I don't want to get into it. I stopped talking about these things online because I felt like a lot of the burden was starting to like fall on me to think of the solutions and I'm like, I'm not an institution, you know, I'm just a student, so I can't always, I might know that something is wrong, but I might not know how to fix it. But I'm not an institution with like millions of pounds, so I shouldn't know how to fix it. But I mean, it's not within my capabilities. Like I'm just a student. I'm not supposed to sit down brainstorming how a whole university is supposed to change something. So yeah, because of the lack of diversity, there is a bit of microaggressions that you'll experience. It's nothing like major that it really upsets me and stuff, but it's valid enough for me to speak about. Yeah, I just hate the lack of diversity here, and hence the microaggressions that come with it, because there's like a lot of educating to do, and I hate that I have to sometimes justify my existence as a black woman and what offends me and what doesn't, just because the people I'm surrounded by don't know how to like accommodate me as a person, as a human of my race, and that's really quite annoying. So that's something that I hate. The next thing that I hate, wrote down that I hate the pressure to perform, and I mean that academically. I think that's a reality for so many students, but I hate that we don't get things like reading weeks, and you get burned out, you know, like you get tired, you get burned out. I guess that ties into the workload thing. There's just no way you can keep going for that long. The next and the last thing that I've written down was how only the final year counts. I hate that. It's the bane of my life. Why is it only that the final few months of my time at this place is what counts when I've spent 4 years here, but you're telling me only what I did in 2000 and 2020 is what counts, but not what I did in 2019, 18 or 17 or 16, but only what I did in 2020. Now what if I'm having a bad year? And it's not even the whole year, it's literally the last 2 months where you're doing exam season. That's what counts, and I hate that. Like, can't we have, you know, 10% in first year, 30% in second, and then I don't know, 80% the last, you know what I mean? But you know, I do love it. I've enjoyed my time here. Few things I would say I've 80% loved it. No, that's a lie. I would say I've 87% loved it and the rest hated. Overall, I have loved it. I would do this again if I could. Okay, so the things have finished, but I'm still have half a head to do. I think I want to go and come back. So I am on the last braid, thank God, because I'm just not patient with this at all. And I just thought I'd round up our little video. So yeah, those are the 10 things that I love and hate about Oxford. And I don't know, it's crazy that it's coming to an end. Like, what a quick journey that's been. I wish I had a little bit more time just to kind of, I don't know, be a student, because I'm not really ready for the adult world, but nonetheless it's on its way. What can you do? And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, comment down below. And finally you get to see what lives underneath the wigs, because you guys are literally always asking. Comment down below what you want to see next, and if you're a black girl with afro hair, I'd recommend this. Like, absolute little lifesaver. Yeah, that's it. So what I would then do after I've braided my hair is put a wig cap on and then put my wig on top. Like, yeah, so then I would, there we go. That is the hair, just like this. Little cane rose all the way to the back, like that. And I do it myself, and then I just put my hair on the top, because now it's like flat, and I put a little thing on top, like a swimming cap, but it's not a swimming cap, it's called a wig cap. Put a wig cap on and then it's done. And yeah, that's my hair, and that's all I've got to say. I love you guys so much. See you in the next video, and kumbaya.